everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. This is pretty big. We are starting now our second year of doing this show. I think we're off by a couple of days, but yeah, we started early last May, and we're still going. This is episode 85, which is way too many. But if you're behind, you should go ahead and subscribe to this channel and watch some of the others, especially some featuring the people on the show tonight, because they're all great. I'm not going to introduce them yet. I'm going to talk a little bit longer. Big news. I'm going to keep talking about it until it happens. If you are in the Boston area, May 10th, it's a Tuesday at 7 p.m. We are doing another live in-person Inappropriate Movie Database in Jamaica Plain at the Midway Cafe. That show is going to have Lloyd Legacy Sharp, who you'll hear from shortly. Also going to have Liz Esty, Tyler Tuttle, and Nick Ortolani. Matt Shore is opening that show. It's going to be great. So again, May 10th, Tuesday, 7 p.m. at the Midway Cafe in Jamaica Plain. Please come out for that. If you want more information, I'm going to start posting about it in the Facebook group. If you search Inappropriate Movie Database on Facebook or click the link in the description. Also, check out Instagram or Twitter at IMDb Game. Also, we are now booking for May. There's still some spots available. So if you're watching this and thinking I should be on that show, I agree. Reach out to me, any of those social media places, and I'd love to have you on the show. We've got some real fun stuff coming up this month, including a second episode of musicals hosted by Jenny Ismay, and movies that traumatized us hosted by Sammy James. So look out for all of those. I've talked enough. I've promoted the hell out of this show. Let's start this one. Tonight we're doing movies with one-word titles. I hope that will make it a little easier for people who aren't the greatest with titles. I'm so excited to have these folks on the show tonight. Joining me tonight are Conor Shanahan, Doug Fitzgerald, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, and Nikk Tetrault. Hey, everybody.
Hey guys,
how's it going?
Hey everybody.
Let's start. If you watched last Thursday, you will have seen this guy, Matt Shore, hosted with Movies Matt Has Seen. He competed. Lloyd Legacy Sharp back on the show. Hey, Lloyd.
Hello, Nick.
I feel like every time you come on now, you're more and more angry at me.
See, I'm not angry at you. There's really no reason for me to be angry at you. I choose to keep showing up here, and I justified my showing up here by having the audacity to win. And yeah. You mentioned Jenny Ismay. You mentioned Jenny. She's the one I was competing with for the no-win record. And now I don't even have that. So I'm simply here for the lulz.
Well, Lloyd, you could be the first winner of the new year of this show. How you feeling about this?
Well, since I can't say that I've never won, I now can say that anything's possible. But if I had to pick a winner here tonight, I think I'd go with Conor.
Wow.
Why? Because Conor has the highest score, right, and a few of you have won the game with 4 points or fewer.
You don't take that victory away from me. Title bout.
I am excited to see how that turns out. Also on the show, Lloyd just mentioned him. Conor Shanahan's back. Hey, Conor.
Hey, Nick. Hey, everybody. Hey, how's it going?
Going.
How we doing?
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me, and congratulations on a year. Keep it going for many more to come. And
oh no, I'm quitting next week.
Next week, keep it going for at least one more week. But yeah, as Nick said, if you're watching and you haven't done it, you should reach out to him because it is a lot of fun and everyone's really great and supportive on here. So yeah.
And I hate to interrupt you here, but you also need to check out the episode that LC hosted because that is legendary. Okay, go ahead.
Absolutely. We'll go back. Connor was on that one too.
Madness.
You should go back after this and watch the full 2-hour plus episode movies Elsie has seen. It's a journey, a wonderful derailment.
Literally a journey. Took me 4 days while traveling, but I got through it. Sorry, go ahead.
But Connor, welcome back. How you feeling about one-word titles?
I don't think it'll help me that much because I do think that usually I go off the year and I feel like I'm going to forget the theme, and at least twice I'm going to say like Once Upon a Time in the West. I feel like it's going to happen, but yeah, I feel fine. I feel fine enough, but I don't think it's going to help me that much.
Yeah, I guess you're pretty good at this game. So putting in a simple topic like this, I think, might hurt you.
I think it might. And I am pre-guessing, as I said on the thread earlier, the fifth round. I'm saying right now the answer is Tootsie, and I'm done.
I'm so excited to see how that works out for you.
That's
poorly.
Also returning to the show, always great to have her on. Nikk Tetrault is back. Hey, Nick.
Hello.
We're gonna giggle every time that happens. Nick, I'm so excited to have you back on the show. I believe last time you were on was with your significant other.
Yes.
So you're back by yourself now.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about one-word titles?
I'm excited, as always. Just happy to be a part of something. Real pumped.
I feel like this one might help you a lot. Because you second guess which movie in a series a lot.
Yeah, last game was pretty rough for second guessing. There was a lot of hand up, hand down each round.
Oh yeah, the last episode you were on, Lloyd was also on. We did the most expensive movies ever made, and it was difficult.
Oh.
Yeah.
Turns out you know, most of us don't remember the subtitles of Transformers movies or Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
No, we just didn't look up the costs.
So this one might be a little easier than that.
Here's hoping.
I will say Transformers, the movie, 1986, must have been a really, really expensive movie because you had Orson Welles and Leonard.
Yeah, Orson Welles, known for his high paycheck. Not his willingness to do anything.
Just pay me in wine.
Well,
French.
you're hearing
so
from
funny.
him now. No, go ahead.
I was listening to Mel Brooks's audiobook today, and he was today talking about hiring Orson to do the narration for History of the World Part 1. And now we're talking about Orson Welles narrating again. Things come circular. And I will probably say History of the World Part 1 as an answer today, forgetting its one-word titles. So.
Again, I'm trying to help you all out. I keep the title up here. I keep the theme up here, hoping to help you out.
Wow,
it never does.
Don't worry. If I lose today's game, I'll go out there and hit a citizen with a cane.
Finally, rejoining the show. Always wonderful to have him on. Doug Fitzgerald is back. Hey, Doug.
Hi, I'm just celebrating my current winning streak of 1 win so far. So let's keep that going. Make it a 2. Let's get a. I'm so happy we're doing one-word titles because too many words confuse me and scare me. So I'm a simple man with simple needs.
I realized earlier, I think 3 out of 4 of you have won the game with 4 points, maybe lower. So this could be anybody's game, depending on how much Connor fucks up.
Connor, that edible kick in? Good. Let's go.
How many are there of you guys? I can't even count right now. Okay.
Well, welcome back, everybody. You know how to play this game. If you're watching for the first time, here's what's going to happen tonight. I have gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I have pulled parental warnings for way too many one-word titles for movies. I will tell you, there are 70 movies on this list. So there's a whole gamut to run through. As I say all the time, I don't know who writes these warnings. They're anonymous weirdos. They have a bone to pick with just about everything in movies, in the world. I'm happy they do that because, like I said, I've been doing this show for a year now, thanks to, I think, is Connor, are you okay?
There he is.
Yep. This
Okay,
thing
you're
sucks.
back.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Well, you get the game. My friends here are going to try to figure out what movie I'm warning you against based on these parental warnings. So, unless anybody has anything else to add, I think it's time to get into the game. I also should warn you before we get into the game. These are one-word titles based on how they're written out. So they could be compound words, but they're all written as one word. In case anybody wants to argue with me. All right, Connor, you get first choice. Would you like a movie from 1989, 1995, or 2019?
Let's split the difference and go 95.
95. First movie of the night from 1995. For 5 points under the category of profanity. 1 use of devil, 2 uses of damn, 1 use of darn, 1 use of heaven's sake, 1 use of Jesus, 1 use of geez, 1 use of hell, 3 uses of oh God, and 10 uses of oh my God.
Heaven's sake is profane. Maybe they're atheists.
Excuse me, Nick is buzzed in. Anybody else? Nick, what do you think this movie is?
Is this Titanic?
It is not Titanic.
Wonderful.
For 4 points under the category of violence and gore, a hunter shoots at several people. His aiming needs practice.
What year is this again?
95. Connor has buzzed in. Anybody else? Connor, what do you think this movie is?
Pocahontas.
It is not Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
For 3 points under the category of violence and gore, monkeys destroy a kitchen and throw knives at 2 young children. They also scare several people, crash a car, steal TVs, hijack a motorcycle, and damage a shop. I see everyone but Lloyd. You don't want to take a guess on Miss Lloyd?
No.
All right. Connor, we're going to go to you first. What do you think this movie is?
I pronounced it wrong. Jumanji.
Nick, what do you think this movie is?
Jumanji.
Doug, what do you think?
It is the lovable Robin Williams-led vehicle. Jumanji.
This movie, of course, is Jumanji.
Damn it.
Come on,
Other clues in Jumanji under violence and gore, a stampede of elephants, rhinos, birds, zebras, and other animals run through a town, injuring some people and damaging many things. The character is almost crushed to death. And frightening and intense scenes. When the game starts near the beginning of the movie, a young boy is slowly sucked into the game, using CGI, of course. The appearance of him screaming and slithering into the game is quite frightening, and scary music plays at the same time.
Damn it.
End of round 1. Doug, you are in the lead with 3 points. Conor and Nikk tied for second with 2 points each. Lloyd at 0. Doug, would you like a movie from 1931, 1990, or 2021?
Let's go 1990.
1990.
Yep.
We have a 90-year stretch out of these 3 movies. You're going to go with the 90 one.
Yep.
All right. From 1990, for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes, the film's tone isn't exactly frightening, but it's very bizarre and violent. Conor's going to take a guess. Anybody else? Conor, what do you think this movie is?
I'm going to take a stab here and say Goodfellas.
It is not Goodfellas. For 4 points,
Yes.
for 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, the lead villain smokes cigars. Possibly 1 or 2 scenes where one of the bad guys are smoking while they talk. Nikk is going to take a guess. Anybody else? Nikk, what do you think?
Is this Tarzan?
It is not Tarzan.
Okay.
Damn
That's
it.
all right.
For 3 points, Doug, I will have to read this clue. For
Okay.
3 points under violence and gore, a man gets angry and twists another man's fingers hard. Cracking noises and screaming is heard. No blood or gore is shown. Did that change anything for you, Doug?
God damn it.
I'm going to stick with this.
All right, I'm going to ask you first because you buzzed in.
Fair enough. I'm going to say, since it's 1990, I think it's the Warren Beatty Untouchables.
Believe that is The Untouchables, and Warren Beatty has nothing to do with it. Sorry to ruin it for the other players. Nikk, what do you think this movie is?
Is this the 1990 Batman?
Lloyd, what do you think this movie is?
Is this Misery?
It is not Misery. It
Ah.
is also not Batman.
Understandable. Thank you.
You're welcome. For 2 points under violence and gore, a man is beaten. Some blood is seen. His face is then forced into some concoction, and he is burned alive. We only see him flying into a body of water. Lloyd's going to take another guess. A rare 2 guesses for Lloyd in a round. Lloyd, what do you think this time?
I'm going to regret this. Is it Awakenings?
It is not Awakenings.
Damn it, that's it.
I am curious who the villain of Awakenings is.
Son of a bitch.
All right, final clue for 1 point under frightening and intense scenes. The titular hero's face is fairly grotesque.
Oh,
what it
Lord.
is. I know what it is.
I see everyone but Lloyd. No, Lloyd. All right, Conor, what do you think this is?
First of all, I want to say that not once, but almost twice, I chimed in and said Warren Beatty's Dick Tracy, 2 words. I'm going to say, oh, fuck. Now I'm going to say another 2-word title. Darkman. Darkman.
Doug, what do you think this movie
Fuck
is?
my life.
100%. It is the beautiful, beautiful man Liam Neeson starring as Darkman.
Is it?
Turns out no space in Darkman.
Raimi?
Sam Raimi's first attempt at a superhero movie.
Oh.
Fuck
This
yes.
is Darkman.
Nice, Doug.
It even had 2 sequels.
It did.
Die of Darkman Die and Return of Durant.
Exactly. Raimi, baby.
All right. At the end of that round, Doug still in the lead with 3 points. Conor at 2, Nikk at 0, Lloyd at -2. Lloyd, would you like a movie from 1996, 2006, or 2011?
1996, please.
1996. All right. 1996, this movie, for 5 points, under profanity. In the movie, there are many rude words.
Okay.
Does that not help everybody?
Okay.
All right, Nikk, what do you think? Hold on, Doug. What movie do you think has many rude words?
What year is it again?
96.
I'm going to say Heat.
Nikk, what do you think?
Is this Titanic? I'm not trying to do a bit. I just genuinely want this to be Titanic.
I want it to be Titanic too, but it's not Titanic. It is also not Heat.
Is it Titanic 2 Revenge of the Boat?
It won't be much more than one word.
For 4 points under sex
Many
and
hyphens.
nudity, a teen boy and a teen girl kiss while lying on her bed. The boy starts to reach up her skirt, but she pushes his hand down. No nudity is shown. Conor's going to take a guess. Anybody else? Conor, what do you think this movie is?
I am clueless on this one. I was going to say one other one, but I'll go with Clueless.
It is not Clueless. I like with all of these guesses, I'm going to move on to this clue. For 3 points under violence and gore, a person's intestines are seen for a brief moment.
That took a turn. All right.
Conor has buzzed in again. Anybody else?
No.
All right, Conor, do you know the movie?
Is this Scream?
This is Scream.
Wow. Nice, Conor.
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Back.
Also in Scream, under frightening and intense scenes, the first 13 minutes are really frightening. And frightening and intense scenes, the film contains strong, sustained, sadistic threat and menace, where characters are often harassed and stalked by the villain. In many ways, the manner in which characters are tormented before their gruesome deaths makes the violence very hard-hitting. And even though some aspects of the film are seen as comedic, the violence certainly is not. That person had a lot of opinions. Conor, you've moved into the first place with 4 points. Doug's at 2. Nikk is at -1. Lloyd is at -2.
Okay.
Nikk, you do get to pick this year. Would you like a movie from 1982, 2011, or 2017?
May I please have 2017?
You sure may.
A lifetime ago.
Yeah.
From 2017, for 5 points under profanity, a character describes a computer as a, quote, devil box. Incomplete son of a B word. For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the finale will most likely make you cry, even as an adult, let alone your kid. For 3 points under sex and nudity, It is mentioned that a man's music caused people to fall in love with him.
Oh, shit.
Connor's going to take a guess. Anybody else?
What year is it again?
2017. All right. Connor, what do you think this movie... Oh, hold on, Doug.
Yep.
Doug, what do you think this movie is?
I'm wrong. Nope, I'm wrong.
All right. That's fine. You don't have to answer. Connor, what do you think this movie is?
I think I'm wrong too on the year, but I'll say Coco.
This movie is Pixar's Coco.
What?
Wow.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
That song from that movie does crush me. That Remember Me tune. Oh my God.
No, as an adult, you will cry. Just think about how
Let
much
alone
the
your
kids
kid.
will cry.
Dumbfounded. I was lost and I was founded and dumb. Can't believe it.
Other clues in Coco, under violence and gore, the main character's grandmother smashes his guitar in a heated argument. And sex and nudity, a painter is seen painting a person naked. However, the person is a skeleton, and so there is no actual nudity, aside from bare bones. Comedic. Connor, you've extended your lead to 7. Doug at 2. Nick at -1. Lloyd at -2. We're back up to Connor. Connor, would you like a movie from 1984, 2003, or 2010?
84? 84. Okay, 84.
From 1984, for 5 points, under sex and nudity. A female character, while previously lasciviously kissing a male individual while on top of him, says, quote, "I want you inside of me."
What year is this?
84.
Wow. Okay. It's not ET.
Especially for 84.
Raising my hand.
All right. Connor, what do you think this movie is?
Oh, shit. That's Gandhi. I mean, 82. I was going to jokingly say Gandhi, but all right, 84, I'll say Amadeus is my bad joke.
It is not Amadeus.
All right.
For 4 points, under frightening and intense scenes, some monsters look particularly vicious and menacing, with one which growls like a dog.
Fuck it.
Ooh, and I'll fuck it.
I love an fuck it guess. Lloyd, what is this movie?
Gremlins.
This movie is not Gremlins.
Ooh.
Wonderful guess.
Absolutely.
For 3 points, under sex and nudity. At 41 minutes into the movie, a scene implies that a character receives oral pleasure. His pants are mysteriously unzipped down to his underwear, and his eyes cross in pleasure.
What?
As Connor and Doug, anybody else? Connor, I have a feeling you know what this movie is. Oh, hold on. Lloyd, what do you think this movie is?
Shot in the freaking dark because it's not accurate. Footloose.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of the vicious monsters in Footloose. Connor,
I don't know, John.
What is this movie?
The title is referring to the scene earlier with the implied oral. Ghostbusters.
Busted does make you feel good. Busted made me feel good. Ghostbusters.
Of course, that is the scene where Dan Aykroyd gets blown by a ghost. It is
The kids movie.
Ghostbusters.
Oh my God.
I had action figures. I had them. And a decent cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Other clues, I feel like this might have also the last three of these really you should know this movie. Under Sex and Nudity, a possessed man says, "I am the keymaster," and a possessed woman responds, "I am the gatekeeper." The sex reference may go over kids' heads. And frightening and intense scenes, spirits and monsters appear in some scenes, which young viewers may find frightening, especially the one in the library at the beginning of the film. However, young viewers will be more reassured as soon as the main characters develop their weapons that can affect and capture those creatures with surprising ease. Connor still in the lead at 9 points. Doug is now at 5. Nick is at -1. Lloyd at -4. Doug, you're up. Would you like a movie from 1963, 1982, or 1990?
Let's go 1963.
Let's go 1963. That's exciting. 1963, this one word title for 5 points under Sex and Nudity. An almost completely topless woman wearing only pasties over her nipples and a small bikini bottom dances vigorously directly in front of the camera for several seconds.
The hell with it.
Man, look
The
at
hell
Lloyd.
with it.
Look at Lloyd with the hell with it.
Lloyd is bold tonight. Lloyd, what is this movie?
If I'm correct, thanks, Grandpa. Is this Contempt?
Contempt?
Contempt.
I've never even heard of Contempt.
I have
Jean-Luc Godard.
Don't educate yourself, please.
Don't educate yourself.
I think the blame for that one goes solely on Lloyd's grandfather.
Yes. Yes.
For
Yes.
4 points under Violence and Gore, the film revolves around main characters seeking power through warfare and or assassination.
God damn it.
Oh.
I'm trying to raise my hand.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right, we got 2 hands up. That's fine. Doug, what do you think this movie is?
Caesar?
Connor, what do you think?
Cleopatra.
This movie is not Caesar. This movie features Caesar as a character. It is Cleopatra.
Holy shit. Wow.
Curses.
What the shit?
Well done.
Thank you.
You see now why I picked Connor to win this thing.
Excuse me, it's not over, Lloyd. I'm just saying it's not over. I mean, you can win it at any time.
Other clues in Cleopatra under frightening and intense scenes. A woman visits a witch, and the scene with a man's murder is played out before her. She reacts in fear and sorrow, maybe too intense for younger viewers. Violence and Gore, a man is ambushed and stabbed to death on the floor of his country's legislature by a mob of legislators. They are shown sticking daggers into him, and he staggers forward with blood-covered torso before dying. And Sex and Nudity, the movie deals with how a woman managed to seduce 2 men and change the course of history as a result, and also got pregnant as a result. 2 important results.
Quiet.
Connor in the lead with 13, Doug at 4, Nick at -1, Lloyd at -5.
Okay.
Lloyd, would you like a movie from 1922, 1994, or 2007?
You know what? What have I got to lose? The game. 1920.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. 22? There was like 22. One movie out?
Then this should be easy for everybody. For 1922, maybe this was the one movie that came out for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. A man smokes a pipe in one scene. Nick's going to take a guess.
Ooh, okay.
Anybody else want to take a guess? Only one movie came out in 1922. Lloyd's also taking a guess. Lloyd, what do you think this movie is?
Cops.
Cops? Nick, what do you think this movie is?
Frankenstein.
It is not Cops.
Damn it.
It is also not Frankenstein.
Very cool, very fun.
There was a movie called Cops that came out in 1922, just for the record. Just saying.
I can only believe you.
You should.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a man accidentally cuts his finger with a knife. Some mild blood is shown.
Ow.
Nick's going to take another guess. Anybody else? Connor's also going to jump in there. All right. Connor, what do you think this movie is?
Is this Nosferatu?
Nick, what do you think this movie is?
I was going to say Dracula.
Unfortunately, this movie is not Dracula because they did not have the rights to Dracula. This movie is Nosferatu.
Understandable.
Of the one movie that came out that year, you got it right.
Wow.
Other clues in Nosferatu, frightening and intense scenes of characters' appearance could be considered as frightening to some. Violence and gore, scenes of blood sucking, but no wounds or blood is shown. And frightening and intense scenes, the movie is credited as being the first vampire movie ever. But this was back when the shadow of a clawed hand waving back and forth wasn't cheesy in the slightest.
Do you know how this whole thing betrayed me? The only reason why I know about 1922's Cops is because of a Three Stooges short that came out 13 years later. They also mentioned Nosferatu. I referenced the wrong Three Stooges education.
Connor at 17 points right now. Wow. Doug close behind at 4. Nick at -3. Lloyd at -6. It's still anyone's game. There's still 25 points on the board.
I'm anyone.
Nick, would you like a movie from 1982, 1987, or 1990?
1990, please.
1990.
90s.
Yes.
Good times.
From 1990 for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, the protagonist has a wine collection and also retrieves other liquors from his basement. Lloyd's going to take another guess. Why not?
Oh,
Lloyd, what do you think this movie is?
Would this be Patrick Swayze's Ghost?
It would not be Patrick Swayze's Ghost.
Damn it, I needed that 5 points.
4 points under violence and gore. The faces of corpses are seen in a morgue.
And it's not Ghost, fair enough.
Connor's going to guess. Anybody else? Connor, what do you think this movie is?
I think I have the wrong year. But is this Batman?
This movie is not Batman.
89.
89. For 3 points, under violence and gore, a squished bug is seen under a man's shoe. Connor's going to take another guess, and I feel like it's hitting him. Lloyd is also going to take another guess. Anybody else? Lloyd, what have you got this time?
Goodfellas?
Connor, what do you think?
The opening of this movie terrified me as a kid. I believe this is Arachnophobia.
Oh, shit.
This movie is terrifying. It is Arachnophobia.
Damn it!
It was billed as a horror comedy.
Yeah.
It is a horror comedy. It's just terrifying.
Yeah.
John Goodman is so great in that movie.
He chews up so much scenery in that. Absolutely. But that opening, the guy who gets sent down to the Central America comes back as a dried up husk. Him going to sleep in the jungle and that thing. Do you guys remember that scene? You see the fangs going in? Terrible. I tell you what, it was like Jaws, but you wouldn't go in the ocean. I have not been to the jungle since I've seen that movie. I've been.
Other clues in Arachnophobia under violence and gore, several scenes of people dying from bug bites or their bodies after they have been sucked dry of blood. Sometimes you see a close-up of the bug biting a person, and a tiny bit of blood is shown exiting the bites. And frightening and intense scenes. Those afraid of spiders may be frightened while watching this film. Those afraid of spiders should not watch Arachnophobia.
Fair.
Connor at 20 points. Doug at 4. Nick at -3. Lloyd at -8.
I'm done testing my luck. That's it.
We've got 4 movies remaining. One more go around. One more for each of you.
What we need to do is convince Connor to guess wrong.
Yeah, there's still Connor's only at 20. There's still 20 points on the board. If one person gets all of these 5-point clues, we're set.
All right, Nick.
Connor.
No pressure,
Lloyd. Like a movie from 1980, 1991, or 2008.
I guess 1980.
1980. From 1980 for 5 points, under violence and gore. Comic Punching.
Comic punching.
You expect more from that?
I love it.
Nick's gonna take a guess. Anybody else?
Nope.
Nick, what do you think this movie is?
Is this the 1980 comedic action film Punch?
Unfortunately, this is not Punch.
Okay, understandable. Thank you.
For 4 points under violence and gore, there is a very quick sight gag involving the use of feces as a comic prop. No animals or humans are seen or heard producing or interacting with the feces. Doug is buzzed in. Anybody else?
Nope.
I'm going to stick with my love of Robin Williams. And I'm going to say Popeye.
This movie is not Popeye.
Robin Williams, you're failing me.
No, he isn't. You got Jumanji.
Oh, okay.
And Popeye is nowhere near as bad as everyone thinks it is.
That is a trippy movie.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, A man asks a child a series of stranger and stranger questions, eventually asking if he's, quote, ever seen a grown man naked. All right, we've got Connor and Nick buzzed in. Anybody else? Nick, what do you think this movie is?
Is this big?
Connor, what do you think?
I believe this is an Airplane.
It is not big. This movie is Airplane! Exclamation point.
Great movie.
Technically, that's 2 words.
It's about time somebody did that. Also, in Airplane Under Violence and Gore, a hysterical woman is slapped by several fellow passengers, followed by a line of others ready to assault her with objects like a baseball bat, a gun, and a wrench, all to comedic effect. In Sex and Nudity, there's a brief second of nude female breasts shaking when the stewards ask if anyone knows how to fly a plane. Connor, you've basically run away with it at this point, now at 23. Doug at 3. Nick at -5. Lloyd at -8. Doug, would you like a movie from 2006, 2009, or 2021?
Let's go 2021.
Hell yeah.
So I figure I'm gonna throw a wrench in Connor's plan here and go current.
This movie came out last year, 2021, for 5 points under Sex and Nudity. There is no nudity. There are just 2 to 3 subtle innuendos. Movie is perfect for all ages.
We'll see as the clues go on.
Agreed.
For 4 points. I love having this clue directly after. For 4 points under Sex and Nudity, a woman says in a song, quote, all men are hoes. Perfect for all ages.
This is 2021.
2021.
This happened last year.
It happened last year.
Somebody said all men are hoes.
Somebody sang it.
Somebody sang.
All right, for 3 points, one of my favorite clues in this game under frightening and intense scenes. James Corden is in this movie. This will upset many people.
Oh, that's great.
Doug has a guess. Connor has a guess. Anybody else?
No.
Hold on. Nick, what do you think this movie is?
So James Corden's in it, and it came out last year. One word. Obviously, it's music.
Connor, what is this movie?
I believe it's the very well reviewed Cats.
Doug, what is this movie?
We really underestimate the amazing leaps and bounds in CGI technology they displayed in the movie Cats.
This movie is not music, which I realized is a movie that came out last year and is real terrible.
Yes, it is.
This movie is not Cats. That came out pre-pandemic.
Wow.
Wow. That's a slap in the face.
That clue is also not a content warning. It's an opinion.
That's frightening and intense scenes. They need to warn you that James Corden is in it.
That's what gets Lloyd amped up. Okay.
For 2 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, There is a ball scene where champagne is served to guests. There's also a scene where the prince is seen taking a glass of wine.
What fucking
Prince?
Turns out James Corden is in a lot of movies.
And
Does he have does he have like Nicolas Cage style dad? Like
Nick's going to take a guess, which is very surprising. Nick, what do you think this movie is?
What did you just say? What did you say, Nick? What did you say?
I said it was surprising that you were taking a guess.
Why does that surprise you? Why does that surprise you?
Your last guess was music.
I take guesses? which we all know now is a film.
We do all know that that's a film now.
This was
Cord.
It was.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, it's obviously it's Candelabra. Candelabra.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, this is not Candelabra, which I'm pretty sure is not a movie.
Okay, that's fair.
For 1 point, and I feel like this might help everybody, I hope. For 1 point, under frightening and intense scenes, when the fairy godmother turns the mice into footmen, we see James Corden. He then appears in human form in subsequent scenes. See, okay, there's everyone. Doug, what do you think this movie is?
Cindy Rally, night and day. It's Cindy. I'm going to say Cinderella.
Connor, what do you think?
I'm going 1982, Dustin Hoffman and Tootsie. Is this movie from last year?
5 rounds too late.
Yeah, I know.
Lloyd, what do you think this movie is?
It better be Cinderella.
Nick, what do you think?
Cinderella.
This is the movie that caused James Corden to dress up in a mouse outfit, stop traffic, and hump the air in front of somebody's car window. It is Cinderella.
Okay, now I see why that was a content warning. Fair enough.
If that were made today, Mike Birbiglia would be playing that role.
Yes, he would.
That's right.
2 movies remain. Connor, you're at 21. Doug, you're at 4. Tie for 3rd place, Lloyd and Nick, both at -7. Lloyd, you get to pick this one. Would you like a movie from 1970, 1988, or 2013?
1988, please.
1988. We've got the penultimate movie here, 1988, for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Several living people smoke cigarettes and drink cocktails at a dinner party. Connor's going to take a guess. Nick's going to take a guess. Anybody else? Nick's not going to take a guess.
What year is it again?
88. Doug has buzzed in. All right. Doug, what do you think this movie is?
I may be wrong. I think it's a Michael Keaton vehicle. Before he was Batman, he was the ghost with the most. Beetlejuice.
Connor, what do you think this movie is?
Don't say it 3 times in a row. I agree. I believe it's Beetlejuice.
I don't know why I thought that was a good 5-point clue. It is the first 5-point clue anybody's gotten tonight. This is Beetlejuice. And we've now said his name 3 times.
Fuck! Candyman, say it quick.
If you guys haven't seen the musical, it's amazing.
I haven't yet. I've heard good things.
Did it just open?
It opened in Boston. I haven't seen it live. I've seen somebody record it and upload it to YouTube.
That's great to hear. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
Other clues in Beetlejuice: under violence and gore, 2 characters drown, but it occurs off screen and is not graphic. It is actually very funny. Sex and Nudity.
It's hilarious.
Sex and Nudity: a man grabs his crotch and hoists it up in a slightly offensive manner, intended to be a middle finger type gesture, and makes a jerking off hand gesture, implying masturbation, after saying, quote, "Nice fucking model." Frightening and intense scenes: a group of people start unwillingly dancing in a comical way, but suddenly and unexpectedly, the bowls of shrimp in front of them shoot out arms made of shrimp, which grab their faces and throw them against the wall. In frightening and intense scenes, constant reference to death and the afterlife, including to pictures of dead characters, ghosts, and other creatures which may frighten and upset viewers. We've got one movie remaining that will just be for fun. Connor at 26, Doug at 9, Lloyd and Nick at -7. Nick, you do get to pick this last movie. Would you like a movie from 1985, 1990, or 2019?
May I please have 2019? And may I also say that in 2013, a film called Behind the Candelabra came out, starring Matt Damon.
And Michael Douglas. And that's 3 words and not called candelabra. All right. Last movie of the night from 2019. Under profanity, a man makes several crude comments regarding women throughout.
This is 2019?
2019.
Somebody acting like that in 2019? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
All right, for 4 points, another wonderful clue under frightening and intense scenes. Absolutely not an appropriate horror movie for kids. This is an 18-plus movie, but should be okay for kids over 15, but certainly not for kids under 15.
I have so many questions. I have so many questions.
All right, for 3 points. Under sex and nudity, there is a big difference between the normal film and the director's cut. That being said, the theatrical version is still quite explicit. Nick's going to take a guess. Anybody else? Nick, what do you think this movie is?
Halloween.
This movie is not Halloween.
Understandable. Thank you.
You're welcome. For 2 points is where we are under frightening and intense scenes. Although the story takes place in broad daylight, the eerie music score in editing can make the watcher feel uneasy and nauseous, especially on the big screen.
2019.
Nick's going to take another guess. No, she
isn't. It was 2 words.
All right. Going to the
Fuck.
final clue, final movie for 1 point under frightening and intense scenes. The film deals with an array of disturbing and mature themes, such as relationship troubles, cults, murder, suicide, trauma, grief, infidelity, etc. That's the 1 point clue, and only Nick is buzzed in. Anybody else?
I can't remember the name of it.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Doug, what do you think this movie is?
It is a really, really disturbing cult movie called Midsummer.
Nick, what do you think this movie is?
Midsummer.
This movie is Midsommar. Let's just get all the pronunciations out.
That movie was truly. I'm never gonna look at like farms the same way again.
Well, that was Midsommar. This was Inappropriate Movie Database. Our final scores tonight. Tie for third place, Nick and Lloyd both at -7. Doug at 10 points in second place. Connor winning the game tonight at 26 points.
Which means
I'm never gonna look at cliff diving the same way again after that movie.
No. And the good part is I got the silver. I got the silver for the night, so my mom's still going to take me out for pizza. So yay!
Well, thank you all for doing this. This was such a delight.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for having us, man.
Thank you, Nick.
Before we go, if there is anything you want to promote, anywhere you want to be found, or just any last words, you all know the deal. Lloyd, I'll start with you.
So apparently I've had some sound issues tonight. I apologize. Your father's watching Monday Night Raw directly in the next room. You know how that gets. So really quickly, I'm going to be in Portland, Maine at the Laugh Shack on Thursday. I'm going to be at the Gullah Gullah Cafe in Salem on Friday. I'm going to be performing with Sue Costello at the Florian Hall in Dorchester on Saturday. And you can find me at Lloyd Legacy 617 on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for any other information, and Lloyd Legacy Sharp on Facebook for any others.
That is a great set of dates. Good for you, Lloyd. Go find Lloyd. He's great. Nick, do you have anything?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Nick is Dead. Follow my link tree to get to nicktetrault.com because you don't know how to spell it. And I'm in some shows this next 2 Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be playing with Extreme Couponing on the Comedy Sports Chicago Twitch.
Wonderful. Also follow Nick. She is such a delight. I love having you on the show.
Love being here. Love it.
Doug.
I just want to plug Lloyd's show at Florian Hall with Sue Costello. I've performed with Sue a number of times. She's amazing. And also follow me on social medias at Bullet Already on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, where I try to daily make Tucker Carlson cry, and on Instagram, where I show all my food preparation fails as a single 42-year-old man.
Again, follow both of those because they both sound equally important. Finally, our winner, Connor.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I just want to thank Nick for bringing back to my attention the great comedy from 1980, Punch. So I will be tracking that down on eBay, Amazon, anything. It's been way too long since I've seen that gem, and yeah, that really got me laughing. The delivery of Punch, that punchline was spot on, Nick. So well done. Thanks for having me as always, and you guys are great.
Can I say one critique? I'm disappointed
no.
the movie. I'm disappointed. I'm just saying it anyways because we're live. I'm disappointed the movie's vibes with Jeff Goldblum didn't come up.
Jeff Goldblum and Cyndi Lauper.
Yep.
One of her only starring roles.
Tootsie forever.
Tootsie
well,
forever.
Thank you all for doing this. I always love having you all on the show. Once again, Conor Shanahan, Doug Fitzgerald, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, Nikk Tetrault. I'm Nick Martucci. You can follow me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Follow the show on Instagram and Twitter at IMDb Game. Join the Facebook group. Search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description of the video. Like I said, we're still booking shows, including the one on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're doing movies with notable moms, which is a real loose category, but maybe we'll provide some suggestions to watch over the weekend. Also, once again, if you are in the Boston area, please come out to Jamaica Plain on May 10th, Tuesday at 7 p.m. For the live show at Midway Cafe. Thank you so much for watching. You should like and subscribe and do all the things that YouTubers tell you to do. And watch this show. We do it Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. We've done over 80 of these, almost 90. We've done it for a year. Watch some of those episodes. Thank you so much for supporting us now, and have a good night.